Hey, welcome. So today we're going to dive into how businesses can take all that customer feedback, all that noise, and actually turn it into their best tool for growth. Let's jump right in. It's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Every business on the planet wants to know the answer. You might think, oh, it's the price, or maybe they had one bad day. But what if the real reason they leave? What if it's hiding right in front of you and you just don't have the tools to see it? And get this is where it gets pretty wild. Research shows that while something like 80% of companies in Latin America are measuring customer satisfaction, less than 20%, less than 1 in 5, actually know the specific reasons that are dragging those scores down. I mean, that is a huge blind spot where you're just bleeding loyalty and revenue. Okay, so how do you fix a blind spot that big? Well, that's exactly where a tool like LoyalLink comes into the picture. It's this AI-powered platform that's built to take all that vague feedback and turn it into really clear, actionable insights. And you can see here, one of the most important things is that it's just accessible. Whether you're at your desk or you're checking things on your phone, all of those insights are right there. It means the people who need to make decisions can get the data they need right when they need it. Now, before we get any deeper, let's just quickly nail down a key idea. Customer experience, or CX, it's not just one single thing. It's everything. It's the entire journey, from the first time they hear about you to the support they get after they buy. Every touch point, every feeling, that's what we're talking about. The whole method here is actually pretty simple. It breaks down into 4 steps. First, you listen. You capture all the feedback from everywhere. Then you identify what's really driving things, the good and the bad. Next, the AI helps you interpret what it all means, even messy, open-ended comments. And then, the most important part, you act on it. You give your teams the power to fix things fast. So, all that theory is great, right? But what does this actually look like when the rubber hits the road? Let's take a look at a real-world story of a big pharmacy chain that was facing some pretty serious headwinds. So this company, they were really feeling the pressure. Competition was fierce, and they knew they couldn't just compete on price anymore. They had to build real, genuine loyalty, get people coming back, figure out how to manage all their different locations, and even tie employee bonuses to how happy their customers were. That's a lot to juggle. So step 1 was just to get everything in one place. As you can see, the platform takes all this messy, scattered data from all their different stores and pulls it into one single, clean dashboard. I mean, for the first time ever, they could see the whole picture of their customer experience. And to track their progress, they honed in on one key metric, the Net Promoter Score, or NPS. It's super simple, but it's an incredibly powerful way to see how loyal your customers are. The higher that NPS score, the more fans, or promoters, you have out there singing your praises. And once they started really listening to that feedback and actually doing something about it, well, something pretty incredible started to happen. This is that aha moment you're always looking for in the data. 25. They boosted their Net Promoter Score by a staggering 25 points. Now, in the world of customer experience, that is not a small jump. That's a massive, game-changing leap that signals a real shift in how customers feel about you. And if you look at this chart, you can see this wasn't just a one-time fluke. From 2016 all the way to 2024, it was just this consistent, steady climb. This is what happens when you stop guessing what customers want and you just start listening. Okay, so this is the question every single person in a corner office is asking. Happy customers are great, sure, but does it actually hit the bottom line? Does it make the business more money? To answer that, let's look at some data from a completely different industry, a fast food chain. They tracked how likely customers were to come back based on their last experience. The red line is their first purchase, and the green is their second. You can see how both lines just keep climbing as the experience gets better. And the numbers here are crystal clear. Customers who were promoters, the ones who had a great experience, were 16 percentage points more likely to come back for a second visit than the detractors. So yes, a better experience directly leads to more business and more revenue. It's a straight line. But what's really cool is that this whole idea, this feedback loop, it doesn't just work for your customers. You can actually turn that same power inward to build a happier, more engaged team. Take a look at this comparison. The logic is exactly the same. Just like you use CX tools to stop customers from leaving, you can use something called Employee NPS, or ENPS, to stop your staff from leaving. It's all about listening to your team, finding the friction points in their day, and taking action. Because at the end of the day, happy employees are the ones who create those happy customers. So, what's next? Where does all of this go from here? We have the data, we have the tools, but the next big thing in loyalty, it goes way beyond just the numbers. It's all about connection. Just think about that for a second. Real, sticky loyalty isn't something you can buy with a coupon or a points card. It has to be earned. It's built on a relationship, on making someone feel like they're actually understood. And this is where things get really, really interesting. The next wave is something called effective AI. It's artificial intelligence that can do more than just read words. It can interpret tone, sentiment, and emotion. It's technology designed to respond with something that feels like empathy, creating a real sense of connection. So, I guess that leaves us with one final big question for you to think about. The technology to understand your customers on a much deeper emotional level, it's already here. And just tracking numbers on a dashboard isn't going to cut it anymore. The real growth, the unbreakable loyalty, that's going to belong to the companies that learn to listen not just to what their customers are saying, but to how they're feeling.